Hey there, Tiger Direct Facebook fans. Recently, we put out the call to you to find out what kind of how-tos you'd like to see right here on the Facebook page. And one of the most common requests was some information on how to upgrade the RAM in your computer. And not just, where to put the RAM, but how to actually choose the correct type of RAM for the PC that you have. And that's exactly what we're going to do for you right now. And if you're watching this somewhere other than Facebook, be sure to be a fan of the Tiger Direct Facebook page by going to facebook.com/TigerDirect, where you can get all kinds of cool information, just like we're going to show you right here. Now, upgrading your RAM, while it sounds extraordinarily complicated because of all the various speeds and types of RAM that are out there, actually is not nearly as complex as it may seem. And we're going to make this very, very easy for you to choose and install the right kind of RAM for your PC. Now, right now, we have a very modern, very new PC that is actually using some of the latest technology, but everything we tell you can work with just about any PC that's been built within the last 5 or 6 years. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do when picking out your RAM is determine what kind of RAM is in your PC so you can upgrade, and when you buy your new RAM, make sure it's the right stuff. To do this, there's a very simple utility that you should download, and you can go ahead and do this right now as we go through this. Go to Google and type in Specky, that's S-P-E-C-C-Y, and go ahead and follow that link and download this very simple utility. Install this, and it will actually give you all of the info that you need. So, go ahead, go get that program, get it installed, and we'll show you exactly what the next step is. All right, so you've got Specky installed now, right? Perfect. Now make sure Specky is running on your system, and we're going to get some basic information about your PC to make upgrading your RAM really a piece of cake. Taking a look at the summary screen on Specky, you'll see that there is a slot here for RAM, and that's going to give you all the information about the RAM in your PC. Of course, there's tons of other information about your PC in this as well, but that's not what we're looking at. We just want to look at RAM right here. And what it says is how much RAM is running in your system currently, who manufactures that RAM, whether it's DDR, DDR2, or DDR3 RAM. It also tells you the speed at which your RAM is running and your RAM timing. But guess what? You can ignore most of that information. We're going to keep that nice and simple. The information you're looking for is it DDR, DDR2, or DDR3, and what speed is that RAM running at? Now, we are going to have a more advanced video for those of you that want to run memory in dual channel or triple channel configurations, or let's say you're just trying to install the fastest possible RAM in your PC. Just look for our advanced memory upgrade video, which will explain all of the finer details of that. But for now, we're going to keep this nice and simple. And looking at our screen right here, we can see that the RAM that's in this PC is in fact DDR3 RAM, and it's running at 1066 megahertz, okay? So that gives us all the information that we need. Now, take a look at yours. Does it say DDR, DDR2, or DDR3? Jot down which one it is, and also jot down what that speed number is. That is going to be the type of RAM that you need to purchase to upgrade the RAM in your PC. Now, one of the other very important things to take a look at here is how many free slots do you have in your system to upgrade your RAM. Now, as we said, this is a very modern PC, and it does have 6 memory slots located right here on the motherboard. Most typical PCs are going to have 2 or 4. Now, it could be less, could be more, but you're typically going to be dealing with 2 or 4 slots. Now, if you have some available slots to upgrade your memory, then you're fine. You simply can buy, if you have 2 slots available, you can upgrade 1 slot, or you can buy 2 sticks of RAM for your PC. Either way will work out just fine. You just have to be sure you purchase RAM that is the correct, whether it's DDR, DDR2, or DDR3, and make sure you purchase RAM that is the correct speed. This is very, very important to upgrading your PC. Now, in here you can see that we do have 4 slots available, so we have plenty of room to upgrade the RAM in this system. So now that you've figured out what kind of RAM is in your system, it's time to actually buy your memory upgrade. Now, we have DDR3 running at 1066, so that's what we bought. We went out and bought 2 2-gigabyte modules that are DDR3 1066 memory modules, okay? So we're all set. Now, if your PC does not have free slots, you're going to have to pull your old memory out before putting your new memory in. This is a very, very simple procedure. Once you have your PC open and you have access to your motherboard, there's a couple things. First, make sure that your PC is unplugged. Very important that you're not dealing with a PC that is plugged into the wall. One of the other things that's very important, make sure that you ground yourself before actually touching any of the components in your PC. Touch a metal part of the PC before touching anything inside the computer to avoid that electrostatic discharge that can commonly ruin the interior PC. But don't worry about it. Just make sure you ground yourself, then you have nothing else to worry about. Now, looking at the inside of this, now we do have 6 RAM modules located, or 6 slots located in here. If you are going to need to remove memory before you actually do your upgrade, removing memory is actually very, very easy. Each memory module has a clip on each side. You simply push those clips off, which will release the tension on your memory module, and those modules will then just pop right out without having to put any force into them whatsoever. It's really, really quite simple. Now, installing these modules is just as simple. You want to make sure that you line up this notch. Each of these is going to have, all of your memory modules have a notch on them. You simply line that up, and then you want to drop your memory stick right down in there. Once you have it lined up, you simply apply pressure to both sides, and you'll hear it snap right in. Then your memory module is installed. So now we're going to take the memory modules that we purchased and install them in one of the free slots in our PC. And of course, as we just showed you, that is very, very simple. Just line up the notches, drop them into the slot, apply pressure on both sides, and it will snap right in. And of course, follow that exact same procedure for all of the RAM modules that you are installing. It's actually quite easy. It's one of the easiest upgrades that you can do in your PC, and it's going to be the upgrade that is actually going to provide the most bang for your buck. So once you have those memory modules installed, you simply close up your computer, plug it back in, and your memory upgrade is complete. So there you go. Now that you've got the new memory in your PC, you are all good. You have made one of the best upgrades you can possibly do to your PC system for the cost. Now, if you want some more info on upgrading your memory, such as making sure you've got the fastest possible memory for your motherboard, or determining if you can run dual or triple channel memory, and should you run dual or triple channel memory, just look for our next video on advanced memory upgrades coming up right after this one. To download the utility, we used Speccy to get information on your motherboard and other vital system information. Just do an internet search for Speccy, S-P-E-C-C-Y. And for more information on picking out the correct memory for your computer, try the Tiger Direct Memory Configurator, which you can get to by visiting bit.ly/tigermemory. That's bit.ly/tigermemory. For Computer TV, I'm Bauer.
Bye.